Now we're going to use our ruler to analyze the size relationship of this box to the other things on our paper. The first thing I want you to know is that this rectangle represents the large paper that we're going to draw on. So we're not going to really look at this empty white space around. We're just going to start from this top left corner, which will be the top left corner of the large paper. And I'm trying to find this first point for the box of Mario's head. So I need to know how far over and how far down to that point. So if I look at this, the distance from left to right is a little bit past 3/8. So let me get an ink pen so you can see this a little better. So this distance is 3/8 plus just a little bit. So if you see me add a plus sign, that's just my way of saying we're going a little bit past this number. Or if I put a minus, that means we're going a little bit less than that number. So that will get us over to this point, and then we need to see how far down this negative space is, and that would be 1/8. So a little bit past 3/8, and then down 1/8. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see this more clearly, and autofocus. Now we know where this corner is. We'll see how wide this box should be, exactly 1, since that is our reference. And we'll see if it's the exact same height up and down. It is. So this is also 1. After we know where this box is, we need to get the box for his torso. And the easiest way to do this is to look at the negative space from these corners and see how far in you come to this top left and top right. So if I look at this here on the left, it's a little bit past 1/8. So this is 1/8 plus a small amount. And we'll look at the right side, and that's also the same. So this image is symmetrical. That means that everything on the left side will be exactly the same as the right side. So any numbers we have on the left can also be used on the right in terms of left and right distance. So for now, we're just going to look at the left side, knowing that the right side will use the same numbers. Next, we want to know how tall this is. And this is between 5/8 and 3/4. So we're going to have to add something there. So here is 5/8. Here is 3/4. We're going to divide that in half. And that would be 11/16. So we'll double check and see if it's exactly 11/16. It's a little bit less than 11/16. So I'm just going to put a minus to remind myself to go a little bit less than 11/16 for this distance. That will get us down to this bottom left corner. And next to that is the box for his hand. And we're just looking at how far down and how far over to get to this corner. So I can see that is less than 1/8. So we'll take 0, which is right there, 1/8, divide that in half, and that will be 1/16. So that distance down looks to be 1/16. And if we go over to the left, that is also 1/16. So going down is 1/16, and going across is 1/16. And that will get us to this bottom right corner. Now we'll see how wide this is. It looks like it's just a little bit past 3/8. So 3/8 plus a little bit will be this side. And then the height is between 3/8 and 1/2. So let's take that. Here's 3/8. Here is 1/2. And we'll divide that in half. And that will give us 7/16. Now, if we look at this, we can see that it's pretty much exactly 7/16. And that will give us the box for his hand. Now, for his feet, we could look at how far down and over, or we could look at how close it is to this bottom left corner, which represents the bottom left corner of the paper. So I think we'll just start in the bottom left and go over and up to that. So if I look at how far it is from the left side going over, I'm just going to draw a little light dotted line to see. It's a little bit less than 3/8. So 3/8 with a minus in front to remind me to go a little bit short of that distance. The distance up and down is 1/8. So distance up, or sorry, to the right, and distance up. Next, we'll see how tall this is. It is between 1/4 and 3/8. So here's 1/4, here's 3/8. I'm going to divide that in half, and that would be 5/16. Now, if I look at that distance, I can see that's a little bit past 5/16. So we have 5/16 plus a little bit more. Next, we'll look at how far across it is from left to right. It's a little bit less than half. So half with a minus marking up front to remind us to go a little bit short. So these numbers will also work for the right foot, and these numbers will work for the right hand. So this gives us all the information we need to draw the boxes where Mario's different body parts will fit.